Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, we have an app by the name Affairscloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. This app is available for free, and once you have downloaded it, you can log in through your Gmail ID. And after login, you will be transferred to this page where you can see the course that has been offered by us, the quizzes that you will be finding, the PDF that we are providing you in our courses. Also, you have options here. You can find our courses in the all course section, and if you use the code crack10, you will be also awarded with extra 10% discount using this particular code. Apart from this friends, what do we offer in our course? Why our course is such a good course for your preparation for the government exams? Because we provide you current affairs on daily basis. That is one of the most interesting thing. On daily basis, you will be provided with PDF of the current affairs, as well as you will be given on our application a 20 questions quiz where you can perform and test your score on daily basis. Similar, on weekly basis, you will be provided with a PDF of 50 questions where you will be able to analyze and discuss the current affairs with our YouTube channel as well as amongst your friends, and also a 50 questions quiz will be provided to you on the application itself. And similar goes for monthly. You will be provided with a top 100 questions PDF, that is the compiled part of our total current affairs of that particular month. And not just this friends, if we are providing you in English, then also remember we also will be providing the same content that we discussed in Hindi language also. So it is a bumper offer for all of you. You can go and check our course in the course section discussed. Also friends, not just this, we provide you topic wise current affairs also. These topic wise current affairs are very helpful for your preparation. We provide you topic wise current affairs of 20 specific topics. They are apps and web portals, important days, books and authors. Then you can find national affairs, international affairs, awards, sports, obituary, important days. All the topics that will be covered in the government exam are given to you on Hindi and English on our application. We also target banking exams, and in banking exams we will be providing you questions related to it that will be very helpful for you. Also friends, if you use Vikas 10, you will be also getting an additional 10% discount from my side that will help you in your preparation. So do use these codes, and they will be providing you extra help that you require, and also extra support from our team that will help you to do the right preparation in the long term. Also friends, if you have any problem regarding the login issue or with our application, you can contact us on support@affairscloud.com, and also you can call us on the number 9677333862 for further details. And I assure you, your queries will be solved in a very short span of time with our executive. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 22nd of July. The session will be very important, so stay tuned till the end. Also friends, you can see here the answer of yesterday's homework. These are the correct answer. Pooja Pandey as well as a famous cricketer MS Dhoni has answered our correct answer. So stay tuned. So even famous players, so big personality, MS Dhoni sir is also watching our video. So that's an honor. So friends, you can check your answers here. Jokes apart, these are the correct answers, and best of luck to both of the candidates who have given the correct answer. You can match your answers from these particular answers. Alright. Next, let's discuss some important MCQs first. First question is, which country was on the top choice of Indian nationals who renounced their Indian citizenship in 2021? That means if we are talking about Indians, which was one of the best country of choice that Indians were moving to that particular country? So it was your United States of America. As per the data that was provided by Ministry of Home Affairs, over 1.63 lakh Indian nationals has renounced their, that means they have left their Indian citizenship for the citizenship of other country. So it is of United States of America. This is the highest during the last 3 years. And the US was the top choice, with almost half of the Indians preferring to become US citizens. After the US, it was Australia, Canada, and then USA. But you have to remember, on the top it was USA that was preferred by Indians. Capacity Building Commission, that is CBC, recently developed a set of national standards for which institutions? So CBC recently set a national standards for which institution? It was for civil service training institutions. I repeat, it was for civil service training institutions. Union Personnel Minister Jitendra Singh has launched the national standard for civil service training institution, that is your NSCSTI. Alright, it was launched by Jitendra Singh, and the standards are developed by capacity building commissions to create standards for civil service training institutions at national level. Important question. Next, the Reserve Bank has adopted a 4-tier regulatory framework. For which institutions? It was for urban cooperative banks. So correct option is option B here. RBI adopted a 4-tier or has recently decided to adopt a simple 4-tier regulatory framework for urban cooperative banks. This framework will be based on the size of deposit with an aim to strengthen their financial soundness. An expert committee that will be headed by the former RBI Deputy Governor NS Vishwanathan made a host of recommendations for strengthening the urban cooperative banks. Fifth question, which is the first Indian state to connect all the commercial vehicles equipped with tracking device with emergency response support system? Alright, so remember there were two devices. It was vehicle location tracking device. I repeat, first was vehicle location tracking device, and second it was your emergency response support system. So these two systems were used by which state to implement into their commercial vehicles? It was Himachal Pradesh. Alright, VLTD and ERSS. Also there will be a number for that helpline number, that will be 112. So you have to remember these current affairs, these are important. Now friends, we'll be moving to the news section. So let's quickly revise all the news for today. First is India and Namibia signed an MOU on wildlife conservation and sustainability biodiversity utilization. Instead of this, you also have to remember, as you can see in the picture, there are cheetahs. So remember, India will be procuring cheetahs from Namibia. Direct question will be asked, and we have discussed this news earlier also, that recently India has signed to procure cheetahs from which country? So India will be procuring cheetahs from the Namibia. Highly important question. Alright, so here you can see Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav, who is of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change under the Government of India, and Mrs. Netumbo Nandi, who is the Deputy Prime Minister of Namibia, has signed a recently memorandum of understanding for wildlife conservation and sustainability biodiversity utilization. And under this agreement, under this MOU, India will be procuring cheetahs from Namibia. Alright, direct, India will be procuring cheetahs from where? India will be procuring from Namibia. And it is not just that it will be promoting cheetah conservation in India. This MOU will promote cheetah conservation in both the nations by exchanging knowledge, sharing best practices for protecting wildlife, using technology and managing a sustainable biodiversity. Also, MOU focuses on the conservation of biodiversity with a particular emphasis on the conservation and restoration of cheetah, which list as extinct in India in 1952. If we talk about Tiger Protection Act, when did it came? It came in the year 1973. Tiger Protection Act. Alright, so you have to remember this, that India and Namibia signed an MOU for wildlife conservation and sustainability biodiversity utilization, and India will be procuring cheetahs from which country? It is from Namibia. Moving on to next news. This is also important, friends. We are talking about India Innovation Index 2021. I repeat, the third edition of the India Innovation Index III for the year 2021 was released. Who topped in this particular index? It was your Karnataka, that has secured the top position in the largest major states of the India Innovation Index. That was the third edition of this India Innovation Index, and who released it? It was released by Niti Aayog. So 3 to 4 things that you have to remember here, that the third edition of the India Innovation Index was released. It was released by Niti Aayog. It was the third edition, and the state that has topped in this particular index is your Karnataka. It was followed by Telangana, Haryana, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Now where was this released? It was released at Niti Bhavan. It was released at Niti Bhavan, that is in New Delhi. Also remember that Niti Aayog and its knowledge partner, the Institute for Competitiveness India, publishes the India Innovation Index. It is a comprehensive tool for the assessment and development of India's innovation ecosystem. Also remember, the third edition of the index enhances the scope of innovation analysis in India by leveraging the framework of Global Innovation Index, which is released by World Intellectual Property Organization on yearly basis. Apart from this, if we talk about this index, as we see, this is the third index. So the first edition, this was the third edition. So remember, the first edition was released in 2019 and second edition was released in the year 2021. And in the third edition, who topped? It was topped by Karnataka. It was topped by Karnataka. Next, here we saw one more thing. Karnataka was among the top performer among the major states. Then if we talk about northeastern region or hilly region, it is your Manipur that has emerged as the top state. So coming back, who is the new chairman of Niti Aayog? Who is the new CEO of Niti Aayog? He has been appointed recently. Parmeshwaram Iyer. When was Niti Aayog established? 2015. Moving on. Next is Niti Aayog has released a report on digital banks, proposes a licensing and regulatory regime for India. So remember, the Niti Aayog also released a report on the digital banks. That is, the name of the report is Digital Banks, a proposal for licensing and regulatory regime for India. It offers a template and roadmap for licensing and regulatory regime for India. It focuses on avoiding any regulatory or policy arbitrage and offers a level playing field to incumbents as well as competitors. Also remember, this report was released by the Vice Chairperson of Niti Aayog, and who is he? Suman K. Berry. Alright, also in the presence of CEO of Niti Aayog, Parmeshwaram Iyer, who was appointed recently. Then remember, India has made a rapid strides in furthering financial inclusions. However, the credit penetration remains a challenge, especially for India's 63 million odd MSME that contribute to 30% of the GDP and 45% to manufacturing output. Alright, so just remember the name of the report here, Digital Banks, a proposal for licensing and regulatory regime for India. Otherwise, if you forget the name of the report, friends, just remember, if asked the name of the report that was released on the digital bank, who released that report? It was released by Niti Aayog. Next, Cabinet has recently approved an MOU for judicial cooperation between two countries. Which are those two countries? They are India and Maldives. Highly important question. In order to approve the judicial cooperation between two countries, who signed these MOUs? Which were these countries? It is your India and Maldives. Also remember, this is the 8th MOU that was signed by India for judicial cooperation by other countries. Alright, that means Maldives is on the 8th position, or you can say it is the 8th agreement that was signed by India with Maldives with other countries in the field of judicial cooperation. So if we talk about the highlights of this particular MOU, both the sides will exchange knowledge and technology in judicial and other legal areas. Alright, and they will be sharing this knowledge on a objective that was neighbor first policy. It is neighbor first policy. Under this policy, they will be sharing this information. Also, this will provide a platform to tap the benefits of IT, that is your information technology, for code digitization, which leads to the potential growth of IT companies and other startups in both the countries. So remember, Union Cabinet of India, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the signing of this MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding in the field of judicial cooperation between India and the Judicial Service Commissions of the Republic of Maldives. And this was the eighth agreement that was signed by India with other countries in the field of judicial cooperation, and they will be sharing this information under Neighbor First policy. Highly important. Next is ICC. What is ICC? ICC is your Indian Chamber of Commerce. Indian Chamber of Commerce in the Northeast Initiative, and the NEDFI, that is your Northeastern Development Finance Corporation Limited. They both have signed an MOU to promote the investment in the Northeast region. That means in order to develop the Northeast region, in order to promote development in that particular area, this MOU was signed. So who signed this MOU to promote the investment or development in the northeastern states? It is your Indian Chamber of Commerce, that is the Northeastern Initiative, ICCNE. This is your ICCNE along with NEDFI. They both have signed an MOU. What is NEDFI? It is Northeastern Development Finance Corporation Limited. They signed this MOU to promote the investment in the northeastern region. Highly important. Also, friends, remember, this MOU aims to contribute towards various initiatives that include reforms, policies, ease of doing business, market linkage, promotion of sustainable development practices. Also, this will collectively organize activities to create awareness among MSME on available schemes, and also conduct development activities to enhance the entrepreneurship development in the northeastern region. Alright, so remember, ICC, NE and NEDFI, they signed an MOU to promote investment in the northeastern states. Next is Jute Mark India logo. Recently, the government of India has launched Jute Mark India logo to promote the jute in the region. Can you tell me the state which produces the maximum number of jute? It is your West Bengal. So remember, the government of India launched this Jute Mark India logo, which will act as a certification of authority for jute products manufactured in India. Jute Mark India scheme will offer a collective identity and assurance of origin and quality of traditional jutes and jute products. The logo aims to strengthen the domestic markets as well as the export of jute products and revamp the Indian jute industry. This JMI, that is your Jute Mark India logo, is implemented during the ongoing jute promotion and development scheme for the year 2022 to 2026. Here, government is planning to spend around 485 crore rupees on this, and a national jute board, that is the nodal agency of the Ministry of Textile, is the responsible agency for jute and jute products promotion in abroad as well as India. You can consider it similar to the mango that we have been discussing, that the mango festival was inaugurated by Piyush Goyal ji in Belgium. The reason was that he wanted to promote the species or Indian mangoes into the foreign market, into the world market, where the demand can increase for the market mangoes of India, and we can export more and more mangoes into the market of abroad. That means in different countries market. So coming back, in order to promote jute in India, a Jute Mark India logo was launched by government of India. Next is AII, that is your Airport Authority of India of Leh Airport in Ladakh, is being built as India's first carbon neutral airport. Highly important. Which will be the India's first carbon neutral airport? It is Leh Airport in Ladakh. Remember this. Alright. A geothermal system in hybridization with solar photovoltaic plant will be provided in the new airport terminal building for heating and cooling purposes. So question can be asked that this Leh Airport, that will be the India's first carbon neutral airport, will be working on which type of energy? So it will be working on geothermal plus solar energy. Alright, this system works by exchanging heat between the air and the ground, as the heat pumps are used for space heating and cooling as well as water heating. The main feature of this process is that naturally existing heat is concentrated and used. As we know, geothermal is the heat that is used from the ground in terms of vapors or in terms of gases.
Also, the important point to focus here is that the process that will be here used is that naturally existing heat is concentrated and it will be used as a geothermal energy at this particular Leh airport that will be now the India's first carbon neutral airport. All right, carbon neutral airport. Also, there was an airport that was completely working on renewable energy. It is your Indira Gandhi International Airport, and their aim was that they will become carbon neutral by the year 2030. Also, Indira Gandhi International Airport was working on solar and hydro energy. And here, this Leh airport will be working on solar as well as geothermal energy. Next we will be talking about European Investment Bank has joined India-led coalition for disaster resilient infrastructure, that is your CDRI. So remember, European Investment Bank EIB has recently joined and remember this EIB, it is a lending arm of European Union. They have joined the Indian led CDRI, that is your coalition for disaster resilient infrastructure. All right, they have EIB also plans to double its annual investment in India from about 5 million euro in the next 2 years. Also, EIB has been investing in sustainable infrastructures in India for the past 25 years, and its CDRI membership is expected to strengthen the India-European connectivity partnership. This EIB will help CDRI to develop the research and knowledge management capabilities of its members by offering advisory and financial support to CDRI members. EIB will work with national government, United Nations agencies, multilateral development banks, and private sector banks that are a part of CDRI to promote the certification relevant infrastructure to climate change and natural disasters around the world. Alright, friends, so remember, EIB is planning to invest 500 million euro in the next 2 years, and recently who has joined the CDRI? It is your European Investment Bank that has signed this coalition, Indian led coalition for disaster resilient infrastructure. And if we talk about International Solar Alliance, remember this was also a project that was led by India and France. This was started in the year 2015. The headquarter of International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, Haryana. It is in Gurugram, Haryana. Next, if we talk about CDRI, we just saw that what is this CDRI? It is Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. It was launched at United Nations Climate Action Summit in 2019. So direct question, that CDRI was launched when? It was launched in the year 2019. It was an initiative of India and it helps countries to meet the sustainable development goals and expand their basic services. Next, if we talk about EIB, who is the president? Werner Hoyer is the current president of EIB. It was established in 1958 and headquarters is in Luxembourg, Europe. Next is we will talking about World Bank. Recently, World Bank is to fund 200 million US dollar for the Himachal Pradesh power sector reforms. I repeat, in order to bring reform in the power sector of Himachal Pradesh state of India, World Bank will be providing a fund of 200 million US dollar. Alright, Government of India will provide a financing facility worth 200 million US dollar, that is around 1600 crore rupees, through the World Bank for Himachal Pradesh power sector development program. Important, World Bank will be funding India, that is in India too, it will be funding Himachal Pradesh for the development program of the power sector of Himachal Pradesh, and World Bank will be funding what amount? They will be funding 200 million US dollar. The funding from the World Bank is expected to be available by the beginning of 2023 and the project duration will be completed within 5 years, that is from 2023 to 2028. Alright. The total cost of the Himachal Pradesh power sector development program will be estimated to be approximately around 2000 crore rupees along with state equity. If we talk about World Bank, where is the headquarters? It is in Washington DC. Who is the president? David Malpass is the president. It was established in 1944. And how many member countries are there in this? 189 members are there in this World Bank. Next, NDB, New Development Bank has approved 5 new projects that are worth 875 million US dollar. These projects are for specific purpose of water sanitation, ecotourism and transport. These will be approved. These money, that is 875 million US dollar, will be used in Brazil, China and India. I repeat, New Development Bank has approved 5 new projects that are worth 875 million US dollar. These projects will be working towards water, sanitation, ecotourism and transport in 3 countries, and these 3 countries are Brazil, China and India. Highly important, friends, these 3 countries, you have to remember the name. All right. Next you can see 875 million US dollar. They will be provided by New Development Bank. They will be provided for water, sanitation, tourism and transport, and they will be provided to 3 countries, which are those: Brazil, China and India. Next, we will be talking about a co-branded credit card that was launched by IndusInd Bank along with Easy Diner. We have discussed this question earlier also, so it is a direct and straightaway answer that you have to remember, that IndusInd Bank and Easy Diner has partnered to launch a co-branded credit card. With the help of this, it will offer a 25% discount around 2000 restaurants with an initial welcome bonus of 2000 points. An additional 25% discount is given to the customers on dining every time with the customer's bill when the customer pays the bill using this Easy Diner app via Pay Easy. So just remember that this Coke branded credit card was launched by Easy Dinner with the help of IndusInd Bank. Next is SBI. Direct and important question, friends. You have to remember this data, that SBI has approved 11,000 crore rupees capital raise via AT1 Tier 2 bonds. What are these additional Tier 1 AT1 bonds? This here AT1 stands for additional Tier 1 bonds. So what are these? AT1 bonds are often known as perpetual bonds. They have no maturity date but contain a call option at the end of 5 years. These are issued by banks to increase their core equity base and so comply with the base 3 standards. So remember, recently SBI board approved 11,000 crore rupees capital raise via the additional Tier 1 bonds. Moving on. Next is NHPC. What is NHPC? It is your National Hydroelectric Power Corporation Limited. So NHPC Limited signed an MOU with DVC, that is your Damodar Valley Corporation. So National Hydroelectric Power Corporation signed an MOU with Damodar Valley Corporation to explore the formation of a joint venture company for exploring and setting up of hydropower and pump storage projects. I repeat, NHPC has signed an MOU with DVC for exploring and setting up a joint venture company for hydropower and pump storage projects. These the proper, or you can say the two power sector organization will work together, harnessing the hydropower projects and pump storage projects as energy storage solutions in the line with the national objective of energy transition. India is targeting 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by the year 2030 and net zero carbon emissions by the year 2070. This is the target of India, remember. Alright. If asked what is the target of India in terms of renewable energy, to generate 500 gigawatts of renewable energy by the year 2030 and to become carbon neutral by the year 2070. Alright, if we talk about NHPC, Chairman and Managing Director is Abhay Kumar Singh. It was founded in the year 1975. Headquarters is in Faridabad, Haryana. If we talk about Damodar Valley Corporation, it was founded in 1948. Headquarters is in Kolkata, West Bengal, and Chairman is Ram Naresh Singh. Alright, next we'll be talking about NASSCOM. NASSCOM and Google has partnered with ISAP to set up call centers to help women farmers. National Association of Software and Service Company NASSCOM Foundation along with Google has set up a call center, that is Digivani Call Center. This was in collaboration with a not-profit organization, Indian Society for Agribusiness Professionals, to help women farmers to scale up their businesses. So you have to remember, it was your NASSCOM and Google has partnered with ISAP. And what is ISAP? It is your Indian Society of Agribusiness Professionals. Direct question, simple question. Alright, they have set a call center to help women farmers. Highly important. The Digivani call center is being run on a pilot project. This is the Digivani call center. That was the name of the call center that was set up with the help of NASCOM and Google along with ISAP. Important friends, mark this. All right, Digivani call center. It is being run on pilot basis to reach out to 20,000 rural women entrepreneurs across 6 states, and these are the 6 states where this will be implemented on pilot basis. This project is being funded by Google, and the decision to scale up Digivani will be taken after a year. Also remember, Digivani will be one place where rural women entrepreneurs can get access to information about various schemes that can help them to scale up their businesses. So it is your Digivani call center. Next, remember, Federation of Hockey or International Federation of Hockey has appointed Egypt's Chef Ahmed as the acting president, and India's Narendra Batra has resigned as the president of FIH. So question can be asked that who will be replacing FIH president Narendra Batra? He will be Egypt's Chef Ahmed. Alright, Chef Ahmed will be the new acting president of Federation of or International Hockey Federation. Next, FSIB. FSIB recently, remember, Financial Service Institution Bureau recommends Rajkiran Rai ji as the new managing director of National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. Direct question and important question, friends. Appointment. FSIB has recommended Rajkiran Rai ji as the new managing director of NABFID. Next is Mario Draghi. He has resigned as the Italian Prime Minister. Alright, this was recent news that on 21st of July, Prime Minister of Italy, that is Mario Draghi, has resigned from his particular post, or he will be resigning from the post of Prime Minister. Next is Varuna. Remember, it is an important project. As you can see, a drone type vehicle here. So it is a first type of a drone that will be used by a single person. Only a single person can sit into this drone type structure you can see here. This was named Varuna, or you can say Varuna is India's first indigenous human passenger drone. Alright, first human passenger drone. It was named as Varuna and it was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was launched on pilot basis. That means it was launched on trial basis. Alright. So remember, India's first indigenous human passenger drone was launched during the Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization seminar, that was Swalambhan. I repeat, this Varuna, that is India's first indigenous human passenger drone, it was launched during the Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization NIIO seminar, that is Swalambhan, at the Dr. Ambedkar International Center in New Delhi. It was developed by a startup, Saga Defense Engineering. It has the capacity of carrying one human inside. So remember, when was this Varuna launched? It was launched during the seminar Swalambhan. It was launched at Dr. Ambedkar International Center and it has been developed by a startup, that is Saga Defense Engineering. So this is the information that you have to remember regarding Varuna. Also, Varuna has a range of 25 kilometers. It can carry a payload or an individual up to 130 kg. Also, it has a round time of 25 to 33 minutes of flight. Alright. So remember this, Varuna. Moving on. Next, former New Zealand cricket captain Barry Schinsler has recently passed away. So remember, Barry Schinsler, he was from New Zealand. He was a cricketer. He used to play, or he was associated with which sport? He was associated with cricket and he recently passed away. Next is International Moon Day. On 22nd of July, we observe International Moon Day, and the theme for the International Moon Day is Lunar Exploration, Coordination and Sustainability. This is the theme for the International Moon Day. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's quickly revise all the current affairs. India and Namibia has signed a historic Wildlife Conservation and Sustainable Biodiversity Utilization Agreement, and India will be procuring cheetahs from Namibia. Niti Aayog released an India Innovation Index report, that was a third edition, and Karnataka has topped in this particular in the category. Then Niti Aayog also released a report on digital banks that proposes a licensing and regulatory regime for India. India and Maldives signed an MOU for judicial cooperation. ICCNE and NEDFI has signed an MOU to promote investment in Northeast region. Government of India also launched a Jute Mark India logo to promote jute, and in West Bengal the maximum number of jute is grown. AIA, or you can say Leh Airport, is being built as the nation's first carbon neutral airport. RBI has signed its renewed statement of commitment to FX Global Code. European Investment Bank has joined the India-led coalition for disaster, that is your CDRI. World Bank will be funding 200 million US dollar for the Himachal Pradesh power sector reforms. New Development Bank has approved 5 new projects that are worth 875 million dollar for various departments in 3 countries. They are Brazil, China and India. Similarly, Easy Diner along with IndusInd Bank has launched a co-branded credit card. SBI will be raising 11,000 crore rupees in Basel III bonds in the fiscal year 23. NHPC and DVC has signed an MOU to set up a joint venture company for exploring and setting up a hydropower and pump storage projects. NASCOM and Google has partnered with ISAP to set up a call center to help women farmers and women entrepreneurs. FIH has appointed Egypt's Saif Ahmed as the acting president, and Naren Batra has resigned from the president of International Hockey Federation. FSIB has recommended Rajkiran Raiji as the new managing director of NABFID. Prime Minister of Italy, Mario Draghi, has resigned from his post. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has unveiled Varuna, that is the first human passenger drone. Next, former New Zealand cricketer Captain Barry Shinsler has recently passed away. He is related to which sport? Cricket, and International Moon Day is observed on 20th of July. So that's all for the day, friends. I hope you have enjoyed our session. If you enjoy the session, do like the video and get ready for the homework now, friends. Homework is very important and I want everyone to comment below the answer of these homework. First question, some public sector banks have recently connected to the AA ecosystem. What is the expansion of AA? Full form of AA. Second, 2022 presidential election is conducted to choose the which president of India. What number of president was India chosen and the name of the president that was chosen. Highly important, friends. We will be discussing about it. Remember, she is the second female president of India and first tribal president from India. Alright, who is she? Next, who has been recommended as the MD, Managing Director of the National Bank of Financing Infrastructure and Development? Fourth, Mairaj Ahmad Khan, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? Fifth, which Indian state or union territory launched first AI-powered digital Lok Adalat? This is an important question. Alright, so friends, I hope you are doing the homework on daily basis. Do comment below the answer of these current affairs, and if you want us to continue with such sessions and if you are finding these sessions useful and beneficial for you, then do comment and let us know, because the value of your comment is very high. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.